wanted to come over and give y'all a review of some of the things that we'll be looking at for next week, and also give y'all a really good trade that I was in this past week on the charts. So this is gold. As you all know, that's my primary future that I trade, and I've been really getting some good gains on gold alone, but I also trade GJ. So let's go starting with the weekly chart. Just this past week alone, gold has been moving. It's been tanking, crashing, whatever you call it, but at the same time I've been taking advantage of it. So let's go over this one trade that I did on Friday, I believe. It was either Thursday or Friday. It was Friday, I believe. But I got into the market. I noticed the trend was still going down on the daily, but looking at the weekly, if you can see here, this previous area of support was broken, and I don't believe this candle on the weekly has closed yet, but looking at the daily, it broke beyond that level of support, and it definitely had some other bearish candlesticks that it actually closed. So what I was doing was waiting on a retracement of some sort. I continued to look at the lower time frames and saw that it had retraced to retest up to the previous level of support. And then as you drop down, y'all start to see where I was planning my trade to get in. So what I did was I drew up this level here of supply, because I trade supply and demand, support and resistance, and also liquidity. And what happened was when I got in, I believe I was in on the 1 hour chart. I drew up an area that had previously been touched and started to go into consolidation. So when volume came in, because there was news Friday that was released, I got in after it broke down below that area in the supply zone. So I got in, and it's just crazy how the market did. When I got in, it started to go back up. And so I bite my fingernails and I can't tell y'all how valuable this liquidity swings indicator is on TradingView, but I threw that on there. And then I was in the middle of trying to decide whether I wanted to get out or stay in. But once I threw that on, I was like, okay, there's liquidity sitting up here. So if you take the supply zone that I drew up and just look at the liquidity zone, I saw that it was not going back up. And it could have actually even went up higher to retest, but I noticed the liquidity that was created, it was going to tap into that and grab that liquidity and then continue down. So I drew my, I kept the same focus and bias, didn't change it, and I just waited it out. I got a 1 to almost 4 return on gold on Friday. So that's just one of my trades. See if I drop below here, but I also wanted to go over some of the things that we're looking at for the upcoming week. On the Dixie, which is the US dollar, we have some news coming out this week, and we should be hearing more information on the government shutdown, so that'll affect the Dixie. But y'all, I wanted to show y'all the Dixie and how it's climbing. So this is on the weekly chart. I grew up some heavy support and resistance at the lower level. It is still trending above the 200 EMA, and I have another area of resistance here that I would potentially go to with a liquidity grab. So my bias on Dixie is for it to continue going up, and you know, if Dixie's going up, gold, if not strong enough, which it usually isn't, it will continue down. So my weekly bias on gold is down for the incoming week, and for Dixie, with the news coming out, I expect it to continue to go up. Looking at the previous for the Dixie, just to show you the zone that I've drawn up the parallel channel that I've drawn up on the daily chart for the Dixie, you can see it broke above that channel and it's continuing up. We'll look up here in the 109.4 area for resistance. It's a pretty strong area to see if it reacts to that area or if it breaks through and continues up. So we'll keep a strong bias on Dixie for longs. And for golds, I'll continue to see, I don't know if y'all can see here on gold, this is the 200 moving average staying on the chart, and these are levels of liquidity. So you can still see that on gold, it broke below that 200 EMA, and it broke through that level of support. And then below here, I have a double bottom. I drew that as a strong level of support that area could potentially react at. So my next support, I'm thinking, is about 1810.9, and then going down from there, super strong support level at 1732. So my bias is going to stay bearish on gold. What are y'all trading? Let me know your biases and things you're planning on getting in this week, and I'll see you on Monday.